Middle back and abdominals. Caution: if you experience dizziness when looking up toward the sky, for example, watching an airplane fly by or when putting something away in a high cupboard, you may also experience dizziness when performing this stretch. It is very important that you stop the stretch immediately if you feel any unusual symptoms. If you do not have sufficient spinal extension, backward bending, you may compensate by overextending your neck. This may result in nausea, dizziness, or changes in vision. Any unusual symptoms indicate the need to see your doctor for a complete evaluation of your neck to rule out occlusion of the vertebral artery. Should your neck be cleared as normal, you should have an ear, nose, throat specialist assess your inner ear function. Perform this stretch on a non-slip surface. Sit on a Swiss ball, then walk your legs out and roll backwards until you are lying over the ball. Extend your arms over your head to increase the stretch. Slowly straighten your legs. Hold for 1 minute. Obliques. Sit on a Swiss ball and carefully roll down the ball and onto your side. You may use a wall to anchor your feet. Grasp the waist of your top hand as your arms are extended over your head. Gently begin rolling the upper body forward and then backward while slightly tugging the upper arm downward. When you feel a tight area, inhale and gently attempt to side bend back up, pulling against your lower arm. You don't need to actually move, just activate the muscles. Relax into a new stretch position as you exhale. Squat. Stand with a comfortable stance next to a stable object that you can hang on to. Squat down until you are completely relaxed, letting all the tension out of your back and letting your torso rest between, but not supported by, your thighs. If you could do this without hanging on to anything, that's great. If you are too tight in the ankles, knees, butt, or low back, you can hold on to a stable object so that you can completely relax. Gently rock back and forth between the balls of the feet and the heels for 1 minute. Lunge. Assume a lunge position, making sure your front foot stays in front of the knee. Draw your belly button in toward your spine and tuck your tail under. This will flatten your low back. Begin to move your whole pelvis forward, keeping it square to the front. To increase the stretch, reach the arm on the trailing leg side over your head and bend your trunk to the side. Rotating your pelvis toward the front leg will also increase the stretch. Waiter's bow. Stand with your feet parallel and close together. Keep your legs straight and stick your bottom out until you have an arch in your low back. Bend forward from your hips while holding your low back arched until you feel a comfortable stretch on your hamstrings. To help you maintain the correct position, you may tape your back as described on the following page. Hold for 20 seconds. Hamstrings. Lie on your back with a small rolled up towel under your back at the belt line level. The towel, when compressed, should be the width and thickness of the fattest part of your ham. Grab one leg with both hands just below the knee and bring the bent leg up until the thigh is perpendicular to the floor. Extend your toes back toward your shin and slowly straighten your leg without letting the thigh move in your hands or letting your back come off the floor. Hold a comfortable stretch for 20 seconds. 90-90 hip stretch. Special note: if you are tight in the hips, you will find it hard to keep the lumbar curve during the stretch. To help maintain this position, have someone run a strip of athletic tape along your back muscles on either side of your spine, from the level of your bottom rib to the top of your pelvis, while you are standing with good, upright posture as seen in the picture. This modification is very important for anyone with a history of back pain, especially lumbar disc bulges, because it prevents you from overstretching the lower back. Sit on the floor with both your front and back legs bent to 90 degrees. The angle at your groin should also be 90 degrees. Place your hand on the ground next to your hip. Tip your pelvis as though it was a bowl and you were trying to pour the contents out over your belt line. Imagine sticking your butt backwards like Donald Duck. You should have an increased curvature of your lower back. Keep the curve in your low back and your chest and head up as you move forward over the front leg. When you feel a comfortable stretch in your outer thigh and hip, inhale and press the front knee and ankle firmly into the ground for 5 seconds. Exhale and move farther forward into the stretch. Groin. Assume a kneeling position and spread your knees as far out as you comfortably can. Rock forward, breathe in, and gently squeeze your knees into the ground for 5 seconds. Exhale and relax as you sink forward. Rock backward and use the same contract, relax procedure for any other tight areas you find. Swiss ball quad stretch. Begin in a sprinter start position with the foot and ankle of the leg to the stretch on the ball. Slowly rise upward. You may place one hand on the ball or use a chair for support. Draw your belly button in toward your spine and roll your pelvis under so that your back flattens to increase the stretch. Calves. Stand on the edge of a step, drop your heel toward the floor and off the step, keeping the legs straight and toes angled upward. Hold for 20 seconds and switch sides. Then repeat with a bent leg on each side. Mackenzie press up. Lie on your stomach with your hands just outside the tops of your shoulders as in a push-up position. Inhale deeply and begin pressing your upper body upward off the floor, but make sure your hips stay on the ground. As you push your body upward, exhale, pretending you are blowing yourself up off the floor. It is important to relax your buttocks, legs, and spinal muscles. Hold the top position until you need to take a breath. Inhale as you slowly lower your body to the floor and repeat 10 times. IT band. Stand next to a wall and step forward of your inside leg, as shown. Keep both feet flat on the floor. Use your inside arm for support against the wall and place the other hand on your hip. Push your hip straight towards the wall and slightly downward as it moves towards the wall. You should feel a stretch on the outside of the leg closest to the wall and in the hip. If you do not feel a full stretch, bring your hips forward slightly and rotate your pelvis toward the front. If you are performing the stretch correctly, taking your outside hand off the hip at any point will eliminate the stretch in the hip. You should not feel a stretch in your low back. Hold for 20 seconds. Stretch each side up to 3 times. To do nothing is sometimes a good remedy. Chapter 6. Energizing exercises. We live in stressful times as many of us deal with information overload, long commutes, deadlines, and bills. It's no wonder most people cringe at the thought of trying to squeeze exercise into their busy schedules. Moreover, many despise the idea of going to a gym either for fear of not knowing what to do there or because they don't feel comfortable working out in front of others. These are legitimate concerns. Then there are those who feel exercise is like folk medicine. The good stuff always tastes bad, so just take your daily dose, like it or not. Fear not. This is the 21st century, and I am about to share a smarter, not harder, method of increasing your energy and vitality. Changes can be made in just minutes a day. Energy balancing exercises are about to make all of these anxieties a thing of the past. Building energy and vitality in your body is a lot like investing. Just as it takes money to make money, it takes energy to make energy. As demonstrated throughout this book, your body is a codependent linked system of systems, just like the heating and air conditioning system in your house or the electrical system in your car. All body systems are energy dependent, even the ones that produce energy. Your circulatory, digestive, hormonal, and musculoskeletal systems are all body systems that not only use energy, they produce it. Expending energy to inhale brings air into your body. Your lungs take oxygen from the air you breathe and attach it to iron particles and your red blood cells to be delivered to all parts of your body by the heart via arteries. The oxygen in the air you breathe carries a very strong positive charge, acting like the positive pole of a magnet, while your body tissues and the water in your body, about 75% of your body's water, act like the negative pole of a magnet. As you may remember from science class, wherever you find a positive and negative pole, there's energy and work potential. Breathing oxygen into the body creates energy or work potential. This energy is called prana by East Indian yogis and mystics, or chi or ki by masters of Tai Chi, Qigong, and the many martial arts. Freshly oxygenated blood goes from your lungs to the heart, where two important things happen. First, the heart acts like a powerful generator, producing an electromagnetic field approximately 5,000 times stronger than that of your brain. The heart's electromagnetic field is so powerful that it only permeates energy every cell in your body. That it not only permeates every cell in your body, it can be measured 8 to 10 feet away by sensitive detectors called magnetometers. Research scientists at the Institute of Heart Math have demonstrated that the powerful electromagnetic field of the heart is used to send information to the brain. Acting like a pump, the heart performs a second very important function, delivering the added charge to your body, cells, and systems. This form of energy informs your brain and each of your cells about your heart state, happy, sad, excited, depressed, etc., and serves as a form of energy that cells use to perform vital functions. When you eat quality food, you spend energy to chew and digest it. Metabolized food molecules provide both chemical and electrical charges that help the body perform work, such as building hormones. The hormonal system is composed of special glands. Each hormonal gland uses energy from breathing and the building blocks from digestion to produce specific hormones, which carry out important work functions in the body. The thyroid gland, for example, produces thyroid hormone, which regulates cellular metabolism. The adrenal glands produce adrenaline and cortisol, which assists your body in getting work done. Much of the energy produced by breathing and eating is used to run your muscles so you can move, have fun, and produce more energy. The method by which your muscles produce energy is seldom considered because most people only associate muscle work with fatigue or loss of energy. Fatigue and loss of energy result from excessive use of the muscles and body systems that support activity, particularly when there is an imbalance between the amount of work or exercise relative to the amount of rest time. Muscles help energize the body by producing electromagnetic energy and by acting as pumps to assist the action of the heart. When your muscles contract, tension is placed on the connective tissues that house your muscles, as well as on the actin and myosin proteins that cause your muscles to contract. When tension is placed on the connective tissue of the muscles and tendons and even the skin over the muscles, an electrical current called a piezoelectric current is created. Piezoelectric current is yet another form of energy the body can use to run its systems. To experience this in your own body, try this exercise. Stand up and relax for a second, taking notice of how your body feels. Once you have a sense of your body, tighten your right thigh muscle as tight as you can for 5 seconds and then quickly relax. Pay immediate attention to the sensation of energy, chi, surging through your body. It may run up to your head and back down your other leg. It may run down your other leg and then back up your spine and head before going down one or both arms. The reaction is different in each person, but I'm sure you'll feel it. Contracting a muscle pushes blood out of the muscle and into the veins, helping to return used blood to the heart and lungs to be recharged. When the muscle relaxes, it absorbs freshly charged blood from the heart and lungs. This fresh blood contains valuable electromagnetic energy from the heart, electromagnetic work potential from the positively charged oxygen in the blood cells, hormonal energy and chemical energy, and work potential from your digested foods. Exercising the muscles for each zone delivers beneficial energy to the hormonal and organ systems as well as to tissues related to the spinal segments in that particular zone. This system is the foundation for yoga, tai chi, qigong, and the zone exercises presented in this book. Each system represented in your questionnaire is linked to a zone that will benefit that specific system. Review your graph and identify body systems where you scored in the medium to high range. You should perform one or more of the zone exercises for each of those zones. If you have multiple high zones and time is an issue, always start by performing the exercises for the zones listed at the left of your scoring chart. Include additional zone exercises for systems to the right as time allows. If you don't see a zone exercise listed, such as for the sleep-wake cycles column, this means there are no specific zone exercises to support that system directly. In this example, you simply need to get to bed on time. To get the most from your zone exercises, consider the following tips. Zone 1, financial stress. Zone 2, stress over relationships and sex. Zone 3, personal power and self-will, digestion. Zone 4, stress over relationships and love. Zone 5, communication. Zone 6, mental congestion, lack of mental clarity or creativity. The higher your score in any given category, the more important your zone exercises are to normalizing that body system. If time is an issue, always focus your energy on your stretches and zone exercises because those activities serve to balance your muscles and energy systems. This will provide more usable energy for your body than simply working out. If you have time to do the entire program as presented, you'll get the most return on time invested. Moving more rapidly toward better physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. There are several exercises demonstrated for each of the 6 zones. I suggest you try each of the exercises and choose the one that you feel is most effective. If you have more time, you can do more than one zone exercise because they don't cause fatigue, they energize. Zone exercises can be done anytime. If you feel tired or sluggish, perform a zone exercise and your energy levels will likely increase. Perform better or after eating. Zone exercises can improve digestion. Practicing zone exercises will help you discover which ones work best for any given feeling, emotion, and situation, both current issues or ones that may arise. For anyone trying to cut down on sugar, caffeine, or any other addictive substance, you may find zone exercises provide energy to compensate for the fake or empty energy often provided by addictive substances. Zone exercises can help you unwind. By performing zone exercises, you bring more chi into your body. If you have a hard time falling asleep or sleeping through the night, practice your zone exercises just before going to bed. Chi is intelligent. It knows when to speed up specific cells and body systems.